cycle of sleep.
Yeah, Vatas do tend to have much lighter sleep, but still, I mean, if you're just, it doesn't matter what constituency you are, you need sleep. Sleep is vitally important. And if you find that you're not getting sleep, or that you're waking up really early, or it's taking you ages to get to sleep, then there's definitely an imbalance there. And unfortunately, we live in a world that's very prone to driving our Vatas out of balance. There's so much, movement with TVs and screens and computers and activity and deadlines and all these things. And these things are they're very disruptive to Vata. Rajvinder is on, and she's asking to be unmuted, so we'll say hello to Dr. Rajvinder. Hi, Dr. Raj.
Hello, everybody.
Hi.
Hello, Dr.
Raj.
I thought you forgot about us.
Sorry, I got late. Yeah.
No problem. No problem.
So does Ayurveda help osteoporosis? It does, Patricia. Osteoporosis, again, a Vata problem. So it's a matter of balancing Vata and then using foods and even herbals to nourish the bones. How to use Amla powder for immunity? You want to do that one, Raj?
Okay, you can use either in the water, or you can make chutney, we call. So you have coriander, mint leaves, you blend them together with a bit of Amla powder with lemon, or you can put into your food when you're cooking and making a sauce for mixing with the food. It can go there as well, because that will be the sour taste in the food. So there are different ways you can use Amla. You can make a tea out of it as well. So whatever way you like.
What about vegans who can't eat ghee? Then choose another oil. Choose another oil. I mean, coconut is a very good oil to cook with. And
coconut oil, I would say. Yeah, coconut oil is a very good oil, yeah.
Yeah. And mustard oil is used commonly in India as well, isn't it, Raj?
Yeah, mainly North Indian, because mustard kind of grow hugely there. So they have a lot of mustard and sunflower. So not from the supermarket though, because that is kind of not really cold pressed. It's refined oil, but from the health store. So you need a lot of different oils to compromise, to kind of substitute the ghee, because ghee is vitamin A, vitamin D, vitamin K, and vitamin E. So there are a lot of different vitamins in the ghee. That's why ghee is a superfood. In the coconut oil, still there will be some, but to kind of get the overall nutrition, people should take a variety of oils.
So, Walsh is definitely a pitta, but you have chronic sinuses. So you have a kapha imbalance most likely there. And so for that purpose, and particularly because it's kapha season, the focus will be on to balance kapha at the moment. Oh, any advice on helping with kidney stone pain? That's a difficult one.
Oh, yeah.
Very good.
Good advice, but Gokshura is a good herb. You need a more information than this is a general advice we are giving. But Gokshura is a herb. It is wonderful to do with the kidney, because it has a diuretic function and it will increase the flow of the urine and the bladder. And so you can use that with the lemon. So, and I have mentioned before one kind of lentil. You can make a tea out of that as well. Kulathi, it is called kulathi. I'll type it.
There's an interesting question on ghee. Is ghee okay for babies who are weaning off breast milk and eating solids?
Ghee okay for babies? Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, in small amounts. They're very small because they're just weaning, and any oil is a bit heavy, but ghee is the advantage of being a digestive. So you introduce it gradually. But it's very good for the nervous system, and at that stage, the nervous system is exploding with new growth of connections.
Somebody lost their smell after COVID. I'm not sure.
The kapha problem, so they have to balance kapha, and they could definitely use the inhalation oil and the nasal drops.
Yeah.
So inhalation oil is put in water and inhale the steam, and the nasal drops, a drop up each nostril. 4 times a day when you get up and after meals.
Okay, so let's see, we're gotten up to 400 people on the call now, so we have our second part of our diet and digestion webinar this evening. So what will we go ahead, Dr. Brennan? Are you okay to? Oh, Don's gone.
Fine.
Rajvinder, are you all right? You happy to go ahead?
Yes, yes,
Okay,
yes.
so we'll come back to your questions. We'll watch this video. We're not, as you know, with this many people on the call, we're not going to answer everybody's questions. That's for sure. We just won't have time. But we'll pick out as many as we can anyway. But anyway, we'll go on. We're on lesson 3 this evening. So I'll just share the screen. Dr. Brennan can just tell me that we're going okay here. That's our YouTube channel for everybody. I'll give you the link a bit later on. You can see it up there. Actually, I'll put it in the chat. I meant to do that earlier on. But all our videos are up there, and lots of different videos there, and for you to look at a later stage. This is our video for the course. As you know, you have to register separately to see these videos. So we'll start off.
That's good, Noel. Sounds good. That's good.
Introduction to Mahashi Ayurveda.
Recording on again. So, Dr. Brennan, are you unmuted?
I am, Noel. Thank you very much.
Okay, and Dr. Rajvinder, I'll unmute Dr. Rajvinder. So a lot in that video. Dr. Rajvinder, are you okay?
Yes, I'm okay. Yeah, thank you.
Okay, so probably lots of questions coming in there.
Yes.
Yes, indeed. So, there's 2 questions about acid reflux, and one is for a child. And so the acid reflux could be a digestive problem, in which case all the advices about taking care of digestion matter. Or it could be due to too much heat in the system, too much pitta. And so I would suggest both things: take really good care of digestion, and perhaps try the acid balance tablets and see if they help. And if still a problem, then perhaps you consider consulting. Raj, maybe you have one.
Liz is asking about it is okay to have grapefruit in the morning and lemon and honey if I have a hibiscus tea. Yeah, that's fine. If you're not having any pitta issues, that's okay. And I saw your question later on. You were asking how much hibiscus you want to put into the tea. I say half a teaspoon if it's only 1 cup. If you're making a flask, then it will be 5 grams. I presume you are adding other herbs, or is it on its own? Then probably 5 grams in a 250 ml is enough.
I'll answer a question as well. Actually, Ray just asked about making an appointment with Dr. Brennan. So really the easiest way to make an appointment with Dr. Brennan is to book it online on our website. And maybe before the end of the class, I'll bring people to our website to show you how you can actually do that and where our website is. And at the moment, Dr. Brennan and Dr. Rajvinder are only doing online consultations because of the situation we're in here, you know. But so they're done over Zoom. So they're very interactive, and I think people are very, very happy with them. And Dr. Rajvinder can be booked. Dr. Rajvinder is just rajvinder@ayurveda.ie. So maybe, Rajvinder, if you'd like to put your email address into the chat there, but I'll show people how to get it later on anyway. But anyway.
Yeah, my phone number is there as well, if you can text me or ring me as well.
Yeah, I'll show people the website before we leave this evening. Anyway, you know?
Thank you.
Ray was also asking about hernia, and in the very early stages, the Ayurveda might have, but if it's advanced, I'm afraid. Ayurveda had surgery, very well described. Even the surgeries that are done nowadays were described some of them were described in the ancient texts. So that may be the solution if it's a significant problem. And going red with house heat, wine, Sheena, it sounds like pitta. And as you come up towards the menopause, you're in the end of the pitta phase of life between 20 and 50. So pitta has come up a bit more. So it's probable that you need to balance pitta a little bit there.
Dee saying she has a constant, just picking a random question here. She has a constant pounding, almost like I hear and feel a pulse in my head, and constant headaches. It looks like your heart rate is quite high. So you need to check your blood pressure. Is your blood pressure is okay? Because sometimes the high blood pressure could cause that kind of a pounding sensation. Or you need to hydrate yourself a bit more. And try these, or we have a nice almond energy drink. You just drink into some water, mix into water. And there are more herbs, so I need more information to give you the right advice. But try to hydrate yourself and check your blood pressure and make sure you're sleeping well.
Coming back to Jennifer, who has the reflux, the heart, too much stomach acid. That acid balance tablet, like it's a big tablet, and for a child, you would only take maybe half the tablet, depending on the age of the child, but between 4 and 10, maybe a quarter to half tablet. You could crush it and add it into a little food for the child. And it's because there are digestive spices that may help as well as calming the acid.
There's just a question there from Kushika. She says, can we have on full screen, please? That's a local issue. You need to go up to your view, and instead of having gallery view, you need to have speaker view. And then that's completely up to the settings that you have on your, like I'm looking at it on full screen at the moment. So that's just a local thing, Kashuka. So just, if you can't figure that out, just get someone to help you. But generally, just on the top right of the screen is a view button, and click speaker view, and that should solve that problem for you.
Raj, do you want to go?
Garshala is asking about tips for hypothyroidism with difficulty to lose weight. Well, I can say cumin, coriander, fennel, CCFT to start with. So equal amount of cumin seeds, coriander seed, and fennel seeds boil into a liter of water and sip it through the day. And there are more herbs to deal with. So it's a kapha problem. So you need to looking into balance the kapha. So you need a proper discussion for this.
And then Mary Therese was asking for the best foods for eyesight. And well, there are quite a few: almonds, walnuts, grapes, raisins. But that milk drink, hot milk with ghee and saffron would be good. Or a little coriander chutney. The coriander ground with lemon juice and cumin and rock salt. And then herbals, there's the nasal drops. The nasal drops are good for sight, taste, smell, hearing, and that's the MA634 nasal drops. And also the herbal that will be available for helping the eyes. Triphala is also good for the eyes.
Yeah, Triphala was the one I was actually thinking of for the eyes, and you can do an eye wash with Triphala as well. There's also a thing called Netratarpana. It's a spa treatment where they put a ghee on the eyes, but that you wouldn't be able to get that at the moment. But it might be something. It's called Netratarpana, and it's they do it if you do panchakarma. It's very good for cleansing the eyes, but not available at the moment. But Dr. Rajvinder does do that, and Dr. Naheed actually, you know. Don, your sound's a little off. I'm not sure if you've done something different this evening or whatever, but
Thank you, Noel.
there you go. That sounds better. We want your words of wisdom to be well heard, Don. There's no point in wasting this knowledge, you know.
Sally is saying, is it okay to drink leftover broth from steaming or pressure cooker veggies? Yeah, if you cooked it fresh and there is some extra water left in, so you can drink it as you're eating it, that's okay. And it's not different from steaming. Steaming is you don't use water at all. So when we teach Ayurveda cooking, we don't use much water. But if you have put some water and you want to use as a broth, yeah, absolutely no problem with that.
Roberta talks about post-stroke fatigue. Stroke is a big vata problem. So for a good while after that, you would want to be doing a lot of different lifestyle, dietary things to support and settle vata. But it's just a simple thing. Take a nap every afternoon. We don't normally do day sleep, but for this situation, a little rest in the afternoon for half an hour, not more than 40 minutes, so you'd be very groggy and might disturb night's sleep, but a little rest mid-afternoon. And
CoQ10 and CoQ10 supplement or Arjuna tea, some of the heart tonic will be very good.
So CoQ10, yeah, that's especially people taking statins are advised to take CoQ10 as well, you know, or even taking red rice yeast to help reduce cholesterol. And what was the other thing you mentioned, Dr. Richmond?
Arjuna.
Yeah. Interesting question there from Vatsala, Sony. She says, can Vata Pitta Kapha disease occur together? Really, it depends on what's gone on in your life, and you can have all types of imbalances can be there. Like you could be not sleeping at night and gaining weight and feeling angry and impatient all the time. So you've got Vata Pitta Kapha in there, you know. So one dosha will tend to knock the other one out. So what you need to do is maybe take the most serious one, or the one that's, you know, causing you the most anxiety or causing you the most discomfort, and start to address that. And generally, as you bring one back into balance, then you'll start to balance the other ones as well, you know. So absolutely, I think you can have many different dosha imbalances and many things going on depending on what you've been doing, you know. So, but as I say, you can only, you know, you can't do everything all in the one go. So just start making some small changes and see what happens, you know.
Linda was talking about the significance of oil gargle or Triphala. Oil gargle is really, really good. It's very cleansing. So the interesting research shows that bacteria count in the mouth is far reduced during the day if someone has done a sesame oil mouth rinse and gargle. But it's much more than that because it's a tonic to all these tissues, teeth and gums, and it settles vata in the whole head area. And even they say it supports complexion. So the old texts say.
Emily is saying exercise as well as diet help to balance. Yeah, they both are important. So your diet and lifestyles, they both play a role to balance your dosha, to balance your constitution. But the exercise could be different for Vata people, Pitta people, and Kapha people. That's the pace of exercise recommended will be different. That's where it's an individual approach then.
Yeah, the exercise thing is very, very important. Like, I mean, this is diet and lifestyle. We're just covering diet at the moment, but exercise is essential. But the right exercise for you, I feel that too much exercise can nearly be as bad as not enough exercise. Because if you're a very vata person, you don't need to be doing a spin class or running sprints and things like that. You no, a nice walk is good enough for you, you know. And vata imbalance, too much exercise will create a vata imbalance. You do a spin class, you go home, you can't get to sleep, your mind is racing, your bones are aching, your digestion has gone out of balance, all of those things. And especially for ladies, I hate to say this, but over exercising for ladies, I think, is more damaging than over exercising for men because it creates all sorts of menstrual problems as well. In actual fact, I once read that if a female athlete wasn't amenorrheal, that means had lost the ability to have her periods, that was a sign that she wasn't training hard enough. Now, I don't actually know if that's true or not, but I read it in a book one time, you know. But to exercise so much that you lose your ability to have your periods is just absolutely crazy. So exercise is something. Vata, you know, nice walks, things like that. Pitta, swimming, moderate exercise. Kaphas, do your marathons, do all those strenuous things because you have that stamina and you have that build. But again, it comes back to your dosha. It comes back to knowing your dosha and what suits you. But sitting around all day is no good for anybody, no matter what dosha you have, you know.
So Paul is wondering about the treatment for Lyme's disease, but I think it's too complex for us just to try and give a symptomatic treatment just like this. And Sonia talking about basil seeds, yes, good for vata. And he's talking about chronic allergy. Allergy can be a kapha problem, so it may be a matter of balancing kapha, but also it may be necessary to clear some toxins which are interfering with the immune system. So
Barbara asked there, would you recommend organic only? I'm not sure the context of the question, Barbara. Maybe it was referring to something else, but if you're talking about food, absolutely we'd recommend organic only. Why knowingly put toxins into your body? Why knowingly put pesticides and herbicides and glycophosphates and things that were never ever meant to be ingested by the human digestive system? Why knowingly put them into your body, you know? And there are trace elements on once you're spraying crops, even on organic food, because of windborne chemicals that come in, there will be tiny amounts. But obviously, the more it's sprayed, the more it's there. So we would definitely recommend that you find a good local farmer's market and buy all your fruit and vegetables in season if you can from someone who's not using chemicals, especially glycophosphates, because they're absolutely everywhere. So yeah, Ayurveda would highly, highly recommend organic food.
Somebody's saying, what would you recommend for fracture in vertebra? I need to know more information, but the one remedy I think Dr. Brennan can add into that 574, that is one of the remedy for the bones and fractures and pains and all of that. We used to have one very nice remedy, 1758, but I think they discontinued.
Gone, yeah.
Yeah, that will be more.
574 is still there and it's definitely useful.
Yeah, so
right.
574.
574.
Mm-hmm. Again, it's osteoporosis and it's a vata problem.
It's a vata problem, yeah.
So it's everything to balance vata as well as the herbals and the foods that strengthen the bones as well. And thinning of hair. This is a lovely one. I think I'll start and then hand it over to Raj, who's the expert. Lovely thinning hair. You shouldn't take these with a grain of salt, but in the Ayurvedic tradition, oiling the head. And I think that's the secret of the Indian ladies. They tend to oil their scalps and nourish their hair follicles. And there is a healthy hair and nails herbal, which is, ladies generally love it. I often give it for their nails and they come back to tell me about their hair. So,
Yes, yeah. Yeah, absolutely. And I've treated few people and their hair growth is back, even the patch or whatever. So regular use of healthy hair and nail. And plus Bringaraj is a wonderful remedy. So using Bringaraj into food or into tea, I can type in, and we have a Vata hair oil that has Bringaraj in it. So any hair oil with Bringaraj and a good shampoo, because a lot of somebody was asking why youngsters are losing hair as well. I see it's the chemical in the shampoo and all the cleanser product we are using. That's one thing, and the lack of nutrition in the diet, all the processed food. So again, thinning hair is about the problem, and that happened with the age anyways. Dr. Weaning says sorry. So, but if you want to maintain, you need to kind of oil your hair. So keep the dryness of water down, and so good food, fresh food, no processed food, all that add into your hair growth.
Florina, remedy for cold hands and feet, very Vata condition, very, very Vata. Everything to do with Vata, to balance in Vata will help with that.
So for her, Dr. Karen's remedy, ginger, lemon, honey, salt. Use that regular.
has almond milk the same values as normal milk? No, they'll have different effects, different qualities. But why does dairy make my skin weep? Well, dairy is not really recommended very much for kapha. Weeping skin is a kapha problem. So it sounds, Jay, like it's because of a kapha issue. You avoid, perhaps try goat's milk in its place. It's better for kapha.
Emily O'Dwyer, exercises for Pitta. In the summertime, definitely swimming, and other than that, moderate exercise. Moderate exercises. You can Pittas can tolerate quite a good bit, but just keep it moderate. But swimming is great. Skiing also, but you can't go skiing. But anyway, swimming then. I'm not even sure you can go swimming these days. Stick to within 5K of the shore and you might be okay. But anyway,
Dr. Ryan doesn't like swimming.
it's too cold for swimming if you're Vata at this time of the year. It's too cold.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Anna Carey says that's mad. I'm not sure what's mad, Anna, but anyway.
I think that's about the girls you were mentioning. I think that's what she said.
Oh, yeah.
Nita is saying all Indian vegetables are not organic in the Asian stores. Yes, they are not probably. But if you can take the skin off, if you can peel off, they're fine. Or you soak them with some vinegar or salt water, wash it really well, because it's hard to find the Indian vegetables organic. For example, okra and drumsticks, the wonderful medicinal values in them. But yeah, so you can wash it properly and in the vinegar, soak it in the vinegar water for some time.
That'll make it better, I would say, but it's still not as good as getting organic if you can get organic. And
yeah, but the Asian vegetables you can get organic.
Yeah, I was I've been to India many times, and I went to some of the spice farms in Kerala, and my God, the conditions that some of the workers have to go in with putting pesticides on by hand, and using pesticides that are not even allowed in the West or banned in the West. So if you can try get organic, you can get organic herbs and spices, that's for sure, So if you can try get them. I'm not sure about the Indian vegetables. It's very, very unlikely they're organic, So maybe try swap over to some of the local ones if you can, What is Ama? Sheena asked, what's Ama? Sure, go ahead there, Dr. Rajvinder.
Ama is, in the Western term, it is toxins in your physiology. So in Ayurveda, Ama is undigested remnants of the food. When food is not digested properly, some remain in your gut and it stay there for a while. It could be months and years, but when your gut can't hold it anymore, that's what we call leaky gut in the West now, it starts spilling over to the other parts of your body. So the vulnerable parts could be uterus in the woman or joints or other areas. And when the symptoms start appearing, and that is what is AMA. So we need to, when there is an autoimmune problem or a chronic problem, we treat AMA first. So we give the herbs, digestible herbs, herb to enhance the digestive system. So then slowly, those herbs help to digest the AMA from the system.
You
So
either,
yeah.
you get ama or ojas from your food, and ojas is sattva, it's immunity, it's strength, it's youthfulness, it's bliss, and ama is toxins, and toxins are the source of so many diseases, you know. But that's all about your food and the way you eat your food and the strength of your digestion. All these things we've covered in the last 2 lessons, you know.
He is asking about bone tumor, and again, it's something that we'd be reluctant to start just giving a symptomatic advice with. Needs probably a bit more than that, but definitely strengthening bones and supporting bone marrow sounds good if you have strategies for doing that.
Actually, just on that point, Sonia Rashid says to everyone, having a consultation with the doctors is a worthwhile investment in one's health. I personally so blessed to have had one with Dr. Rajvinder, and it was an eye-opening one that I will do again and again. So again, I come back to this point. I've said it many times. This is a course that we give to educate people into Ayurveda and to let them know that this system of healthcare exists, that it's an incredibly sophisticated system of healthcare. It's got answers to lots of different questions. It's a completely different approach to Western medicine. This is not a personal consultation. And if you do have issues and you want to go further down this road, you can educate yourself in many different ways. But certainly having a consultation with a qualified doctor is a good way to do that. Dr. Brennan, you look very unhappy there.
Thank you, Sonia.
I'm concentrating, trying to read the next. What are the effects of Brahmi or Gotu Kola? They are the #1 herbs for memory. So they're media rasayana. They strengthen the mind. And so they're also soothing and relaxing and settling. So
and Gotu Kola is nice for circulation, especially for the cold feet and hands as well.
Which is interesting because the next question after that
Okay.
for Indira, and it sounds to me like probably a Vata son of hers that she's trying to help him sort out. So balancing his Vata, doing the oil massage regularly, and circulation can be supported through digestion. The fire in the gut is sort of distributing heat around the body. So that would be something else, spices in his food. I'm sure, Indira, you're giving him plenty of spices anyway.
Someone asking there about white basmati rice, because it was mentioned in the video, you know, and they're saying that's a refined food. Well, true, the outer husk is taken away from it, but in Ayurvedic terms, brown rice can be said to be very hard to digest and definitely not recommended for Vata people. It depends on the strength of your digestion, but basmati rice is said to be...
There are different varieties of basmati rice. Some of them are not fully taken. They still have maintained the outer shell of it. And the brown rice is fully there, and some varieties, especially the Asian variety, they wouldn't be fully refined. So the white rice, like jasmine rice or some of the other rice, they would be very refined. So you're looking for the basmati, which still have some of the fiber maintained there, but it still be less fiber anyway. Yeah, but for the Vata people, it's more digestible than the brown rice.
The acid reflux tablet was called ACI Balance, ACI BALANCE.
MA575.
MA575, yeah, great.
There are questions about eczemas, and there is one question about the this hydrotic eczema, which I think is the kind of pus formation form on the feet and skin. It's a very pitta condition, so you need to kind of looking into balancing pitta, and pitta could be due to many reasons. If you have eczema, that seems like it's kind of settled deep in your system. So you need to look into pitta balancing diet, lifestyle, and you need to go on the herbs for that. So
Dee says, this is music to my ears as I love basmati rice rather than brown. Yeah. There you go. We made somebody happy this evening, so that's good. It's good.
Yeah, but it's in moderation. It's a lot of carbohydrates anyway for kapha people.
Fiona Scanlon says, first time tuning in, how do I know what dosha I am? Well, Fiona, if this is your first lesson, you should go back and look at the first 2 lessons. They're in your registration email. It'll show you how to do that. And then there's a questionnaire on our website. And I'm going to take 5 minutes at the end now to just show people the website, how to get to it and where to find those things, you know. And I'll just give you a quick run over it and where our YouTube channel is as well, because there's a fantastic amount of information that's there as well, you know. Is avocado good for pitta, for Marina Sharapova?
Yeah.
Marina Sharapova. Oh,
Perfect. Healthy fats.
True. And the other part of that question is an interesting one. Why have different Ayurvedic schools got different lists of foods for doshas? And the reason for that's very simple. You look at the length and the breadth and the height and the down to sea level, from the Himalayas to sea level, you have a huge array of flora and fauna in India. And you know, the same food grown in one location may have slightly different qualities than grown in another location. So what you find with these different lists is foods that are just a little bit this way or that could fall into either category depending on which tradition from what part of India. However, the foods that are, you know, definitely one way or the other, you'll find them common to all lists. So you can trust any of the lists because, you know, any foods that are in between, as it were, could find themselves in either areas in one set of lists. Might be in one, it might be pitta reducing, the other might be pitta increasing. So I think the main foods, though, will be common to all lists. And Natalie gets tired from about 4 p.m. right through the evening. Well, first thing you could do is get a little bit more sleep at night, maybe, because you might not be getting enough sleep. You should be getting up to 8 hours sleep regularly at night. And the other thing you could do is, well, TM is a technique for meditation that people often do towards the end of the afternoon, and it gives them a boost after that.
okay, so we're getting very close to the end. If you don't mind, I'm going to share the screen and just show you a few things on the website. If the doctors maybe want to pick out 1 or 2 more questions that they want to answer when I come back, you know. But so I want to just share with people where they can get, get out of this.
Come up is concerned about his spare tire. Come up, have your main meal in the middle of the day. If you eat in the evening, then you'll tend more to put on weight. And then the big crime, of course, against our nature is we overeat. So eat until you're fulfilled, not filled full. Come up.
Which is a hard thing to do a lot of times nowadays. But anyway, so Dr. Brennan, can you see the website there on your screen?
I can, Noel, yep.
Okay, so this is our website. It's called Ayurveda.ie. The spelling is up there on the top of the screen there, just Ayurveda.ie. And on the home page of the website, on the right-hand side, you'll see the details for personal consultations with the doctors. So Dr. Brennan and Dr. Naheed can be actually booked online at the moment. And Dr. Rajvinder, you can see her phone number there as well. And so you can either ring Dr. Rajvinder. If you're ringing from the UK, you use the international dialing code. But her email address is rajvinder@ayurveda.ie. So the spelling of her name is there as well, rajvinder@ayurveda.ie. Over here under Ayurveda, you'll see an introduction to Ayurveda. You'll see the body type test that you can do. You can see articles about Vata, articles about Pitta, articles about Kapha, and you can see articles about herbal power as well. Under here, under health advice, we've lots of articles about different conditions and the Ayurvedic approach to them. So if there are certain things that you're looking for, you can just scroll down through them. You can also sign up for our newsletter, which you'll probably be on it anyway because of the fact that you've registered for this course. Over here under brochures actually is a very nice little section. If I just click on that, in there's some brochures on rasayanas, on this one, Ayurveda Diet and Nutrition, a guide to the doshas, is really, really good. You can download that brochure. There's some really good information on that. I'll just bring you back to the booking section over here. So these are the different things that you can book at the moment. You can get a consultation with Dr. Naheed online or a revisit. We have a lifestyle medicine webinar coming up on the 10th of February with Dr. Brennan. I'll be sending more details about that pretty soon. And then you have online consultations with Dr. Brennan. And when you click on any of them, it'll open up a calendar, and you need to just flick through and find a date that suits you, you know. If you're looking for anything on our website, so let's say MA575 was listed there, and you know, you can go to the shop and try search for it there under different health conditions. But the easiest thing to do is just stick it into the search bar, and there it comes up. Okay, so anything that you're looking for, nasal oil, probably won't work now, but anyway, let's see. Okay, so there's the nasal oil that we're always talking about. So any of the Blissful Joy, any of the MA4, the Amrit Clash, just stick it in the search bar and just click on, and if it's on the website, it'll bring it up as well. You can see our previous newsletters there, and all of those things are there as well. And then the other thing I want to show you is our YouTube channel. So everybody should subscribe to this, because this is where I upload the Q&As from the different courses. And this is where you'll find lots of our webinars that we did for free as well. So you can see a Kappa webinar there, and you can see the January immunity webinar there. And there's different things as you scroll down. There's how to make ghee is a great video there. It's been viewed about 1,000 times. Dr. Brennan talking about Chavan Prash. Our COVID webinar there has been viewed 4,500 times. And then there's Dr. Rajvinder making ginger juice there, and the immunity boosting tea. So all of that information is on, you know, and there's lots of videos further down, Dr. Brennan talking about different things. So it's a great resource to see what way Ayurveda deals with all of these things. So that's our website, which is ayurveda.ie, and our YouTube channel. We also have a Facebook page, but I won't bring you there. And then if you have friends that want to register for this course under services, online Ayurveda course. But we'll be starting another one in February anyway. And some of our webinars, you can look at replays of them there as well. So I just wanted to show you that so that you had information there. And my email address is noel@ayurveda.ie. So if people have queries or anything like that, they can send them to me as well. So we're 9 o'clock. So I don't know if the doctors want to end. Rajvinder, you're smiling there. Is there something? Is there a question you want to take?
No, it's fine.
There's just one that people are asking about the memory. Well, in the products that we have, MA3 is youthful mind, and it contains the Brahmi or Coca-Cola. So that would be the best.
I just saw a text that's gone by me there. Someone saying, can I add them to the mailing list? I don't have, if you're not on the mailing list, I don't have your email address. So you need to go to the website I showed you and register for the course. And then you'll get the instructions about how to review the videos, all of that. I can't add you to the email in this because I don't have your email address. So just go and register for the course. If maybe someone sent you this Zoom link. I'd ask people not to share the Zoom links either, because for security reasons, we want to know who's on the call, you know. But I registered, but I didn't get anything. Okay, I'll check that. That's a common problem that people say, but 99.9% of the time it's gone to your spam folder or it's gone to your promotions folder. But I'll take a look and see that you're there, you know. Okay, I'll take a look and see that you're there. I'm not sure how you got the link this evening. Maybe I sent it to you or something like that. But how did you get the link, Irina? That's an interesting question. Maybe I sent it to you earlier on, but I'll check and see if you're there or not, you know. Okay, anything else?
Well, if Fiona just wants to know what dosha she is in, tune in.
You're gone.
The next lesson, going into fact with the kapha more.
Okay. So we'll end it there. So namaste, everybody. I hope you enjoyed it, and we'll see you on Thursday. On Thursday, we're back on again. So 2 days away. And Irina, I'll check the chats and make sure that you're on the list, you know. Okay, everybody. Good night.
Okay, good night.
Take care. Big thank you to the doctors. Bye, everybody. Bye.
Bye. Good night.
Bye.